infrastructural development is also very commendable. A lot of amount has been allocated for power, roads, railways, and other transport infrastructure. If allocation is given for this project and it's faithfully implemented, it will go a long way also in promoting growth, as it will generate a lot of activities. It will have a serious ripple effect, and it will help in bringing us out of the woods. The third issue is the allocation for the special intervention program, which is about 500 billion. In a state where citizens are complaining there is hunger in the land, the economy is going bad, the prices of goods has gone up, there's a need for us to develop a social conscience that will look at the sufferings of these people and provide palliatives that will help them cushion the effect of the harsh economic realities that we are facing. So the allocation of 500 billion for this social intervention is very commendable indeed. Also commendable is the allocation, the unprecedented allocation of the sum of 100 billion to the judiciary. It is unprecedented because no government in the past has ever allocated such an amount to the judiciary. Considering the recent developments, that is the invasion of the houses of some judges of the Supreme Court and the Federal High Court, I think this is a welcome relief because it will help in healing the wounds that have been inflicted on this unpopular course of action. Not only that, it will also serve to enhance the independence of the judiciary. For long we have been crying about independence of the judiciary. We cannot have independence of the judiciary if we do not have the financial independence. And by allocating this amount, I think it will help go a long way in ensuring that the judiciary is properly funded and they are able to perform their functions without any problem. So I like to commend the President for this gesture. But the budget has its drawbacks as well. The first issue I'd like to raise is the issue of sectoral allocation, that is the allocation to various ministries. The allocation by sector, if not carefully handled, is capable of derailing the good intentions of the government in providing for funds for this budget. We have talked about diversification from oil revenues, and therefore if we are talking about diversification, what should we diversify into? We have talked about diversifying into agriculture and also solid minerals. So if we are diversifying into agriculture and solid minerals, what provision have we made in these sectors? For the agricultural sector, we have only made provision of 91 billion, which to me is grossly inadequate. And scandalous is the allocation given to solid minerals, which is just about 12 billion. If we are talking about solid minerals as an alternative to oil, we should allocate a huge sum of money that will invigorate that sector so that we have an alternative, we have an option that we could fall back on without unduly relying on oil revenues. And then the social intervention too is also another area. It's well-intentioned, but we have allocated amounts that includes things like school feeding. To me, it's not necessary for the federal government to engage itself in feeding primary school students. Item 30 of the second schedule to the Constitution places primary school education in within the responsibility of the state governments. The federal government has no business in funding primary schools.